this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot, and welcome to your weekly tarot forecast for the week of October 11th through the 17th, 2021. This is a reading for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. If you are a cross-watcher, you might be able to resonate with some of these messages. So Leo, I am starting out this week with pulling you a Moonology message. Stick around though till the end of the reading because I'm pulling you an additional guidance card, and also this week I'm looking at some zodiac signs. So what is the message for Leo, please, for this week? And guys, if you're not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. Also, if you could please give this video a thumbs up, I would greatly appreciate that. Let's see, Leo. We have communication is key, new moon in Gemini. So some of you could be dealing with a Gemini, but communication is key. And Mercury is in retrograde, so just be careful. Communication may be significant for many of you here this week. When Mercury is in retrograde, things can be easily misunderstood or misconstrued. Okay. Don't make any assumptions. That's something I've been saying to a lot of the other signs. It's just something I keep getting for this week. A lot of people making assumptions that are incorrect, that are just not true here at this time. And it could be due to what's going on astrologically for some people. Okay. So, look at this. Leo showing up. The first card out is the Sun. We also have the King of Swords. So you could be dealing with a Gemini. Could be dealing with an air sign. Let's see. What does Leo have coming up for this week? And all the decks, guys, that I am using, they are listed below along with the links for purchasing them if you're interested. Look at this. We have the King of Swords, we have the King of Cups, and they are looking right at each other. So this is interesting. Some of you could be dealing with two masculines. Doesn't necessarily mean this is on the love front. This could be friends, this could be business, this could be family. All right, Leo, what does the sign of Leo have coming up for this week, please? Wow, look at this. Okay. Ace of Cups. Okay. The Lovers, Gemini coming through. Very strong here. Someone has Gemini in their chart. We have the Page of Swords. So someone could be watching someone who works in the public eye, perhaps. That's not for all of you, but for some of you. And I think the Page of Swords, Leo, the Page of Swords has showed up in probably every reading that I've done for you guys for the last like 6 months. Almost every reading somewhere, if not in the actual spread, maybe at the bottom of the deck. We have the Three of Cups. Okay. Wow. So we do have the Devil. The overall energy is the Fool. So protect yourself, Leo, this week. Just be careful and don't play the fool. Which, you know, you're a Leo. I wouldn't expect you to. Okay, but you could be dealing with one. We have the Knight of Swords. That's not all of you, but very strong Gemini coming through here in this read. So some of you could be dealing with a Gemini. You could be dealing with someone younger. That's not all of you. But the Knight of Swords, I mean, he's a little aggressive. He's not the nicest person. He tends to take action a little bit too quickly, and later on, you know, he feels like a fool. Maybe I'm reading for some of you. You may have air in your chart, or you could be channeling this energy this week. So If you're watching this and maybe someone pushes your buttons before you maybe go to war with this person, just check yourself. Do you know, have all the facts? Are you seeing everything clearly? I mean, he tends to move too quickly. He's too aggressive. He makes bad decisions. This is just my my interpretation of the Knight of Swords energy. It's an immature energy. All right, so we have the Four of Wands. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Here's the Six of Wands, Nine of Wands, okay? So again, someone may work in the public eye. That's not all of you, but for some of you. Also, something could be done publicly, or something was done publicly. This could be on social media, or something could have been made public, like in the news or something like that. This could have already happened for some of you. This could be something with family. For some of you, maybe something with real estate. We have the Four of Wands here. It could be something with a home. And again, with the spying energy. So someone could be spying. This could be you, or this could be someone you're dealing with. And like I mentioned, Leo, this has been coming up pretty consistently for you guys. I want to say for at least the last 6 months. So if you know, Leo, that you're not spying on anybody, if you are not watching anybody, this is someone watching you. Because someone is watching someone, and this is consistently, this is everything that they're doing is being observed. As a matter of fact, someone may be obsessed. And so if it's not you, just be aware. I mean, this is why we have readings. I'm letting you know. And so yeah, I mean, it could be someone younger. It could be a family member. This, if you have a brother, a sister, just because you see a masculine energy here on this card, oh, that does not mean that this is only a masculine energy. No. It can be male or female. And so, for some of you, it's a friend. It's someone that's in your social circle. It's very strong Gemini here. Also, with the Page of Swords, the Three of Cups, and you know what? This is interesting. And the Devil, you have to watch out for lies and deception. I do apologize for any background noise, but this is interesting because I got this same thing for Capricorn. So there's a Leo-Capricorn connection. Someone could be spreading gossip, but this is like false information. And so when you repeat something that you have no idea if it's true or not, that's, you know, that's slander. And so you have to be careful. I believe that they had the Page of Swords in the reverse, which is even worse. You have the Devil here. And so watch out for gossip. If someone is gossiping around you, I would just go in the opposite direction. And also be careful with making assumptions, especially if you're watching someone, Leo, online, and you're making an assumption. 9 times out of 10, those assumptions are incorrect. And then if you take that information and you start telling others, that is called slander. So you don't want to do that. And I'm just reminding people of this because this energy is everywhere. I've been seeing it quite a bit with many different signs. So this is a repeat message basically for the collective as a whole, because a lot of people are dealing with similar energies and situations. You do have the Fool here as the overall energy, which can be you living in the moment, being spontaneous, but just make sure that, you know, what you're doing is a good idea. I mean, with this combination, got to keep it real, right? Think before you act, definitely. And be careful for gossip and lies, basically. Also, you may have someone around you who is jealous, but this is jealous on another level. There could be an obsession here. This could be a false friend. That's not for all of you, but for some of you, this is without a doubt a false friend. And this could be the person who's watching you. Now, some other Leos, you could be dealing with an air sign, strong Gemini coming through. You could be dealing with a water sign. There's something coming to light here this week. The very first card out for you, Leo, was the Sun. I feel like there's some sort of clarity or truth coming in, and it's going to come in fast. Now, it could be someone being aggressive, making a move, and charging towards you. But for others, this clarity, this information, and it could be false information, so whatever you're hearing, you want to do some fact checking. But for many of you, this is clarity or some sort of truth that's coming in, and it's like allowing you to move forward and maybe even move down a path that you were trying to go down, but it may have been blocked for whatever reasons, because I see you moving down a brand new path. And for many of you, this is something you've never done before. And it could be a new relationship for some of you, but I don't feel like it's love for all of you. For some of you, this could be a business venture with a friend. It could be work, it could be business. Some of you may be making a new friend, but at this time and with this energy, I would just be very careful. Yeah, especially if it's a water sign. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Yeah. And also, this can represent a very reckless energy here. And so if you are making a new friend, maybe they want you to go out every night with them, whatever it is. I mean, you just have to, you know, be careful here, because it could be that someone is a very social person. Maybe, you know, maybe you've been in the house, Leo. You're a very social being. You like to get out. You like to have fun. And so, you know, many of us have been, you know, stuck indoors. So maybe you're just starting to get back out there. Maybe you made a new friend. It's possible that it's a love interest, or could be a lover for some of you. But what I see here with the Devil and the Three of Cups and the Ace of Cups, you know, something could be a little much here. And so some of you could be cutting it back a little bit here. Yeah, I mean, especially if you're a male Leo, I mean, maybe you made friends with someone who likes to go out every night and maybe drink every night. You male Leos in particular, you may definitely cut this person off, or maybe just cut way back on how much time you spend with them. I mean, a few of you could be ghosting someone, but that's definitely not for all of you. You know, some of you, I think that maybe I'm reading for some Leos where, you know, your body is very important to you, and maybe you don't want to just look good, but you want to feel good as well. And so I'm definitely reading for some masculine Leos where you're either cutting off, maybe hanging out with a particular person because they're a bad influence, or, you know, if this is something with a lover, I think that you're pulling back. You're definitely pulling back for whatever reasons. Maybe some of you seen something that you didn't like. You could have even seen a couple of things that you don't like. Maybe you met this person's friends and you don't like who they hang around with. Birds of a feather flock together, right? And so that's just something I'm getting. It's very specific. You females may resonate with that as well. And there could be a particular person that, you know, maybe you're realizing is not the best influence and you're pulling back. But, you know, that message about the Leo masculine, that is very specific. And I feel like for some of you, you know, this involves your well-being, your body, your physique. You know, maybe it's affecting the way you look or the way you feel. And so, you know, some of you were feeling like crap. And so, yeah, I see you wanting to improve that, and I think you will. I really feel like some of you are cutting someone off or cutting way back on the time that you spend with someone, and it's because they're a negative influence. Now, with that being said, some of you are moving towards somebody else, and so, I mean, that can be why we do have two kings showing up here. We do have the devil. We do have the lovers. We do have the 3 of cups. And we have the ace. So this can be a love triangle, a 3-party scenario for some of you, not all of you, but a decision definitely may be needed here at this time. And if you are physical with someone, I would just be extra careful here at this time. Somebody could be a little reckless. This could be you. This could be the person you're dealing with. Some of you Leos, though, you're breaking free. And like I said, you may be ghosting someone. But this would be after something comes to light, something that you don't like. You could be a very disciplined person. And so it just, something is not right. That's what I'm getting here. Now, for some of you, this is a false friend, like I mentioned. Jealousy may be an issue, definitely. You know, sometimes people act like they're our friends because they're jealous. They want what you have. And sometimes, you know, they're around us because they want to know maybe how we achieve that success or whatever it is. You know, people like that, they play games. And so, I mean, it can be a number of different things here. And, you know, I could read these cards 100 different ways, but, you know, the things that I've mentioned, you know, those are the things that I'm getting the most. But you have to remember, these readings are for thousands of people. They're general and they're for thousands of people. But these general readings, a lot of the time, the whole story is not yours. You know, you can take bits and pieces. That's why I personally say, you know, take what resonates, leave the rest. But if you can sit here and say this feels like a personal reading, I resonate with everything, then wow, that's awesome. And that this reading is for you. Without a doubt, the reading was meant for you. And so if you can say that, I think that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. But a lot of other people resonate with, bits and pieces. And so just know that these are readings for thousands of people. Unless you feel like a message is for you and you're dealing with a particular person, and if you feel like it's yours, then it's yours. But if you're unsure, it might not be. And that's why you cannot make huge life decisions based off readings. You just can't. Keep it real. And I personally will not make any big life decisions based off of a reading. I just wouldn't do that. Readings are meant to guide us. They're really for entertainment purposes, but they can help us along the way. But as far as, us making huge decisions based on that, I personally wouldn't. Okay. So let's see what signs or sign that you're dealing with, Leo. There you go, Virgo. And at the bottom of the deck, we have water. So Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, for some of you, Virgo is significant. And then we also have Thicket of Thorns, uncertainty, number 43, which is a 7. And another sign actually got this. I can't remember who it was. I want to say Scorpio, but I could be wrong. And so what this card represents is the pathway opening up at the precise moment that it's meant to. So you are obviously dealing with divine timing, and things may definitely feel a little scary, a little confusing, a little uncertain here at this time for you, especially those of you that are moving forward down a new path into the unknown for some of you, and you're really going to have to listen to your intuition as you embark on this journey. But what this card is really talking about is there's a thicket of thorns here, and prior she couldn't get through. She could not get through, but as you can see here, the divine has cleared a path, and you see a deer, you see butterflies, you see the light shining down. The path is clear. It's still scary, but once you take those first few steps, that uncertainty will disappear and things will become clear. And so some of you are feeling maybe a little nervous, a little scared, maybe a little uncertain, like things are up in the air. I don't know what to do next. Just listen to your intuition. If something feels off, it's because it's off. If a relationship just doesn't feel right, if a person doesn't feel right, it's because they're not right. If a path seems right, but it's a little scary, it's a little nerve-wracking, but it feels right, it feels like, it's the direction that you should move in, then that's the direction that you should move in. You have to really trust your gut and pay attention to your body. How does your body act or react when you're around certain people? That right there can tell you a whole lot. So I think that in particular, this is male and females, doesn't matter, masculine, feminine, doesn't matter, but in particular, you masculines. But I will have some feminines that resonate with the King of Swords energy. I mean, you absolutely, without doubt, could be channeling this energy. But you're gaining clarity and you're seeing something pretty clear here this week. All right, Leo. So trust yourself. Trust yourself. Not others, but yourself. All right, guys. So I hope that you found this reading helpful. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and make sure you are subscribed. All right, guys.